What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, the Hood Socrates, back one more time. And today, I'm going to be discussing how we are all perfectly imperfect. Now, I know some of you are sitting there wondering, perfectly imperfect? What does that mean? I thought you said there was only one who was perfect, and that's Jesus. It is. But, big but, we all are perfectly imperfect. Little did we all know. We all have our little quirks, our little imperfections, our things that make us individuals, that make us one. But they're also the things that connect us. That's what makes everybody beautiful. So I'm going to start off the video of what inspired this whole idea. Well, I've been thinking about it for a couple months now, but my nephews I was talking to the other day, I told him about how the world really works and how that just because you dress like these people, they're not really your friends. Just because you act this certain way, because that's what gets me accepted. That's how I have to make friends. I have to be like these other people in order for them to like me. No, you don't. You have to be you, because there's only one you. Like I mentioned in previous videos, the whole jackpot, the whole lottery that you hit when you were born, when you pushed out of your mother's womb or were cut out, that's what makes you you, man. Your genetic makeup is a big lottery, and you hit the jackpot. That's why you are you, they are they, he is he, she is he, or she is she. You know what I'm saying? That's why we are all individuals. That's what makes us unique. You know what I'm saying? If not, we would all look exactly the same. We'd all think the same thoughts. We'd all these same things. And then we would just be stuck. Nobody would have a new idea. The world wouldn't be changing as it does. And it wouldn't be a better place, because we would have all be so narrow-minded, so stuck in our ways. And it would suck. It would be such a boring world, man. We probably wouldn't have the internet, electric cars, technology like we do nowadays. You see what I'm going with this, ladies and gentlemen? It wouldn't be the world we live in today. We would be stuck, and it would be just horrible. So quit trying to be like other people want you to be. Be yourself. Accept the flaws. Accept that you have a sick sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? Accept the fact that you are you. They are they. Them is them. But you, like my name is Devin Ray Edmonds. That's my name. That's my social security number. Mind you, the whole social security number is BS, because it just is. That doesn't make you an individual. What makes you an individual is, like me, for instance. I don't tolerate rudeness. I don't dress like anybody else. I dress like me. I have my own sense of style. Yes, it was inspired by my brothers, by my uncle, by my dad, by my cousins. It was inspired, which means I like the way they dressed, a similar format, matching their shirt with their shoes. You know what I'm saying? Always upkeeping myself, because I'm proud of me. I enjoy me. I'm perfectly fine with looking in the mirror every single day and saying, hey, you're okay. I like you. You get what I'm saying? If I didn't, I would be like so many of these other people. I would try to listen to the music they listen to because they like it. I would dress the way they dress because that's what they like. No. I wouldn't be an individual. I wouldn't be able to accept myself. I tried that when I was younger. I tried to be like my eldest brother for a long time. And I was wondering why I was so unhappy, why I was so miserable, why I couldn't even stomach the fact to look myself in the mirror. And I could never understand why. Like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so frustrated? Because I don't look like this person. I can't think like this person. I can't move like this person moves. And my dad, he's the one who told me, son, you're not him. And my other brother, JD, he told me, man, look, we may walk, we may have different paths in the snow, but our destination is the same. We have to go our own way. We have to have our own path. If not, we're all just gonna be. We can't learn. We can't be ourselves. It's impossible. Like my dad always taught me, there are going to be traps. There are always going to be, if you go down, not traps, but if you go down this road, there's going to be a ditch here, there's going to be a trap here, and there's going to be a cop right down the way waiting for you. If you go down this way, if you move like this, if you move the way I moved back in my day, if you move this exact same way, son, you're going to get caught by that ditch. That trap is going to get you and splice your tires. And that cop, he's going to see you do all of this. And he's going to write you a ticket. If not, take you to jail. So what do? I take that knowledge my father gave me. I take the knowledge my uncle gave me. I take the knowledge from my brothers, from my cousins. I take all of this knowledge and I incorporate it into my daily life. So I know what to look for. I know where these seams are. You may not think there are seams everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, but there's a seam everywhere. Things aren't seamless. They are there. Just like in your house, in your carpet, it looks like all one big intricate piece, right? Let me be the one to tell you, if you've never worked flooring, it's all little pieces. Maybe some pieces bigger than the other, yada, yada, yada. But, a big but. It's all pieces. It's all pieces of the puzzle that come together that make this one beautiful thing. That's what makes you an individual. You have all these little pieces from the experiences you go through, the hardship, the negativity, the love, the fights, everything that you have been through in your life. That's what makes you you. The mistakes my father made, I didn't make. The mistakes my brothers made, I didn't make. I had my own mistakes. But I've seen firsthand what these mistakes can cause. The reaction, the effect that they cause. You get what I'm saying? No, Bujo, get down. My mom's dog's trying to mess with me, y'all. But, yeah, so when I finally began to accept myself, I realized that the birds aren't the motherfucking birds. The sun isn't the motherfucking sun. It's the sunrise. It's the birds chirping. Things started to become more beautiful than I had realized they were. A rainy day wasn't so bad. It's like, oh yeah. Like I said before, there's a rainbow, man. It's actually there. It's crazy. Once you could look that person who's staring back at you in the mirror every time you go in the bathroom, and you look, either wash your hands, brush your teeth, put some water on your face, and you look up and, oh wow, that's me. That's who I'm looking at. And once you accept that person and you realize it's okay to be me. It's okay for me to be an individual. I don't I don't have to wear the clothes that people around me are wearing. I don't have to listen to the music they listen to. I don't have to drive the car that they drive. I don't. That's their path. That's the way they move, and that's what makes them happy. Or they could just be one of the millions and millions of people who just follow the trend, who follow the wave. Like, man, don't you know there's always going to be something new? There's always going to be something you have to pursue. That's how this world works, ladies and gentlemen. There's always going to be something new. There's always going to be a new style. There's always going to be a new something. That's why it's called new. But you have to accept it, that you're not always going to be able to keep up with the Joneses necessarily. Joneses are the Joneses. The Edmonds are the Edmonds. The Washingtons are the Washingtons, so on and so forth. There's a reason we have our own names, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason we have our birthdays. There's a reason we have our parents or our grandparents or who have you. The people we have around us to show us. And that's what the main message is that they try to teach us, is you have to be yourself. You can't be this other person. You can't be your sibling. You can't be your uncle. You can't be your cousins. You can't be your friends. Because they are they. You are you, and them is them. You see what I'm saying? No matter what you do, unless you go through drastic surgeries and try to look like somebody so bad you pay thousands of thousands of thousands, if not millions of dollars, that you could have invested in yourself. You could have invested in an idea that was, you could have bought you a house. You could have bought you the car that you wanted because you want it, not because that's what they have. Don't try to get the Mercedes-Benz when getting the Mercedes-Benz will make it to where your kids, if applicable, won't be able to get some nice school clothes. Or you won't be able to get a decent home for, you know what I'm saying, to start your life with. You get the Mercedes-Benz and now I'm sleeping in the back of a Benz. It's okay though, I got a Benz. And if you don't cut it out, if you don't realize the fact that it's going to be what it's going to be, man. You know what I'm saying? The stage in life that you are in is the stage of life you are in. Once again, that draws back to that you have to be selfish I was speaking upon before. If you're not selfish for yourself, then you're just going to be constantly unhappy. You're going to be miserable because you don't think you're good enough. But if I buy this, or if I get what this person got, then hey, I'm going to be happy like them. Oh my God, what do you know? Not. Red flag. The ref done blew the whistle. You done messed up, dog. Now you got to go back 10 paces. Because you done set yourself up for failure and you didn't even think about it. Because, oh, it worked for him. Oh, it worked for her. Oh, they're good. They're straight because they did this. Nope. Remix. You done messed up. Come back. Down 15 yards. What do you know? Big shock of the century, right? Well, maybe if you paid attention to yourself, being selfish, I'm not saying don't help people out when you can help them out. But don't help somebody when you're already about to fall over the ditch. And you're already about to fall down. Try uplifting yourself first. Then uplift who you can uplift. Help them to help themselves. Once again, self. I'm going to keep drawing back to that because that's what this video is about. Because some of us, myself included for years, never grasped that concept that if I'm comfortable in my skin, I can actually help better the people around me. Because I'm not trying to keep up with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? It's not so just mind-boggling and just bad for my health, my mental and physical health. It just destroys you from the inside out, and you just want to just flash and freak out because, oh my God, I can't get this car. Oh my God, I didn't get the job that they're working at. Oh my God. No. They got the job they got because they have the experience that they have. They took the time, they sat down and learned something that you did not. And so what if you can't learn exactly what they learned? You obviously have a talent for something else. You have your own set of talents, your own set of gifts that only you could bring out into this world. Like mine is speech and poetry. That's my gifts. Mathematics as well, but I don't really like math. It's cool, I can do it. It's just, I'd rather not. I like using my, I like the fact that I've been through so much darkness and so much just tragedy. And I realized that the world is just a big broken piece of glass. Yeah, when you piece it back together, it's never the same, like my uncles told me. Once you break that piece of glass, you can piece it back together, maybe even more than once, but it will never be the same as when you originally got it. The little imperfections that it did have, or the non-imperfections it did not have, now there's a piece missing. At least, if not a piece, at least a shard. And because that shard is missing, it'll never be the same. You see what I'm saying? You are that piece of glass, and you keep breaking yourself every single time. Every single time, ladies and gentlemen, that you try to be that other person. You're destroying what makes you unique, what makes you beautiful. You have to accept yourself, man. Or ma'am, whoever's watching this right now. You have to accept yourself. And just realize that no matter what you do, you could be the most positive person in this world. You could bend over backwards for everybody. And there's still going to be those individuals who speak bad upon you. Like my stepdad, for instance. He helps people in every aspect. He gives them jobs, he gives them money, he gives them places to stay. And there's still a whole list of people talking bad about him. My dad, the man who I get my wisdom from, who's my teacher, my life coach. Shout out to my dad, by the way. I love you, Mr. Edmonds. But even him, he bends over backwards. He does everything possible. He runs himself into the dirt to help people, man. It's insane. Like, I don't see where he gets the strength, where he gets the willpower, where he gets I know where he gets the drive. That's where his heart is. But I don't see how he can just run himself into the dirt. And I've still heard people speak ill on my father. It's disgusting. Mind you, I flip out on them. When I hear it, and if it's around me, you better watch your mouth about my daddy. Don't you know? That's my dad. He does everything possible to help you. Just like my stepdad. You talk bad about him, I'm liable to hurt you. Now, mind you, I don't promote violence. I never will. Violence is not the answer. If you can fight somebody, you can easily open your mouth and fix a situation. It's very easy. Or you can walk away from the situation. But, like I said before, I have a tolerance problem. I do not tolerate evilness. I do not tolerate wickedness. I can't. I'm not saying sometimes I don't have evil thoughts. I don't have wicked thoughts, because I do. It sucks and it hurts my soul when I do. See, that's what makes me unique. I can be the most angelic of creatures, and I could be the most demonic of creatures. Same flip of the coin with the same person. It all depends on how you are as an individual around me. I can feel how you are, and I see how you are. And that's my mom's dog, y'all. Bujo, get down. But no, see, that's why I don't even edit my videos or anything like that, because, yeah, there's nothing perfect, man. If you think everything is perfect, you really don't know how things are. You know how many times they had to edit this video or edit this movie or edit that song? Like, I've made music before. Like, dude, if you've never made music before, if you've never seen that process, oh my goodness gracious, it is ridiculous. Your favorite song that you heard, please believe it was edited and went over and over. They played the same little 20 seconds at least 30 times to get it just right, because this is what people want. They want perfection. Don't you know, before they had all this technology and all this stuff, they would just lay it down to the best of their abilities, and then that was it. That's why they were hits, because they had their imperfections, they had their flaws, they had their mistakes. You have to have your mistakes. That's how you can recognize, and that's how you learn from things, is by making mistakes, by things having their flaws. That's like my uncle. He doesn't like anything that's perfect, because he knows for a fact there is nothing that is. Anything that has a flaw in it, a crack in it, a scratch, or this or that, he idolizes those things, because that's how things really are. You know what I'm saying? And even if you got something brand new, please believe within a year, something's going to happen to it. Somebody's going to rub against it. They're going to scuff it. Somebody's going to drop something on it. Somebody's going to not put a coaster down on your table, and you're going to have that little ring for the rest of the time you have that table. Unless you're just one of those bougie people that's, oh my God, it's messed up. It's not the way I wanted it. Get rid of it. If you're like that, then dude, you're always going to be looking for something. There's always going to be a problem with something. There's always going to be an issue. There's always going to be oh my God, I don't like that. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm glad I was raised the way I was. I tell my dad all the time, thank you for raising me this way, Mr. Edmonds. You made it to where I can accept and be okay with things are not perfect. Nothing is, man. Because people aren't perfect. There's no one who is. We are perfectly imperfect, which means we are going to have our mistakes. We're going to have our flaws. We're going to have our downfalls. We are, like me. I pick on myself. I criticize myself more than anybody in this world ever could. I think about things way harder that I go through more than anybody else because they're my thoughts, they're my mistakes, they're my flaws. It's where I feel like I need to improve to make it to where I'm okay with the situation or I'm okay with what I do or did. You see what I'm saying? You have to, man. Or ma'am, once again. I don't mean, when I say man, I don't mean to just generalize with one gender. I really don't. Because I realize that there are multiple people who are going to be potentially watching this. And I hope there is. I hope all of you individuals are out there. All of you lost souls are watching this. So you realize you're not the only one that's lost, man. You're not the only one who's going through it. That's why we're all here as a collective group. Mind you, everything is designed to separate us. Our football teams, our basketball teams, our baseball teams. You see what I'm saying? Everything is designed for you to be separated. Every single thing in life is to separate us individuals and to put us into a bullpen like a whole bunch of cattle so we can all be lined up for the slaughter. Everything is designed like that. That's why don't you know? That's why you think a new car comes out every single year. And every couple of years there's a whole new design. So, you thought you had the newest thing? Try again, sucker. Go get the new thing. You won't be happy until you get this new thing. You won't be happy until you get this makeup. Don't you know? You could have just got it last week. We got something new for you, though. We got a whole new design. Whole new color that you didn't have before. Just so you have to keep running and keep running and keep running and keep running. Going crazy, running yourself into the dirt to get this new thing. Like this sweater, look at it. You know how old this sweater is? Over 27 years old. My uncle bought this before I was born. And it still looks brand spanking new. Why? It's called taking care of your stuff. Taking care of yourself. Having pride. Not blinding pride to where you just are just a jerk to everybody, but pride and actually enjoying what you accomplish, what you get, because it's you. It is you who got it. It is you who went to that job. It is you who put in the time. It is you who found it and you who like it, you who enjoy it. That's what it's about, man. Ma'am. Whoever's watching this right now. Once again, I do not promote smoking. I just smoke it because it's it helps me with all the things that run through my mind, the millions of thoughts, the millions of pictures that run through my mind. It helps me cope. It helps me take that deep breath and just realize that, you know what? It's not so bad. Not just this necessarily, but I kind of stressed a lot to the point it aches my body. Because I don't know why people just can't just be. We can't just all just be. You know? It sucks. It's saddening. And to see everybody run around like a chicken with their head cut off constantly because they're trying to upkeep with everybody else around them. Instead of being that one word that we were taught is a bad thing, selfish. It's not. You have to be comfortable with yourself and love yourself completely and utterly. All of your problems, the scars on your body, the way you look, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself. You have to love it and enjoy it. Because that, ladies and gentlemen, is what attracts others. The most confident people, that is what attracts the good people who need to be around you. Not the people who want to use you or get what you have or take from you. No. Genuine people who actually care about you because you are you. And you accept yourself completely and utterly. All your flaws, your imperfections. Once again, perfectly imperfect. That's where confidence comes from. It's accepting yourself. Because only then can you accept others. You have to. If you don't, you're just going to be miserable all the time. And I went through a long part of my life. I'm only 27 years old. But I went through over half of my life miserable at myself. I used to hate myself. I never took pictures of myself. I never even could think about making a video where I'm just talking because I didn't even like the sound of my voice. It was just like, oh my God, dude. This is so annoying. Like, can't you just shut up for 5 seconds? That's why I really didn't want to better myself, because I was always thinking, man, well, if I do what my brother's doing, if I'm doing what my dad's doing, if I'm doing what my uncle's doing, then I'm going to be happy. No. That's what they like. That's what they enjoy. That's the way their mind works. They have their mind. I have my own. I have my own heart, my own spirit, my own thoughts. And once I finally got to accept myself completely and utterly, all of my flaws, all of my imperfections, all my little quirks, all my scars, mental and physical, once I accepted every single last one of them, I realized the days aren't as dark as I thought they were. Yes, I still have my problems with my anger. It sucks. It hurts my soul, my essence. It hurts it because I don't like it. I accept it, but I don't like it. Just because you accept something doesn't mean you have to like it, ladies and gentlemen. It means accept it. Realize it's there. Take the steps necessary to where you can actually be comfortable in your own skin. So if you don't love yourself, how can you love anybody? I was always told that from my dad and my mother. If you can't love yourself, then how can you truly love somebody? How can you truly care for somebody? You can't. It is impossible. You may be able to have love for them, but love them genuinely, you can't. Because you can't stare yourself in the mirror comfortably. You can't take pictures of yourself and actually like them. You can't. It sucks. And a whole mess of people are like that. So, I know I'm going on for a long time. My videos are really long, but I kind of get that from my dad and my uncle. It's not a bad thing. It's just that some things really need to be broken down so where we can all understand that it's okay. You know? It's not that bad. We may think it is. It's like, but it's not. Once it all boils down to it, it's just like, oh, okay. You can take that deep breath. Realize it's okay. Just try it for once. Try it for like an hour. Look yourself in the mirror. Actually look yourself in the eyes in the mirror. Like, you know what? That person's pretty cool. They're not that bad. They're not as stupid as people try to say. Just because you're not as good at something that someone else is, that doesn't mean you're stupid. No. All that means is they have a talent for this. It comes easier for them. If you want to do it, pursue it. Just put in that effort. Put in that time. You know what I'm saying? Like Muggsy Bogues. He was the shortest basketball player. You know what? He accepted the fact that he was short. He accepted the fact that the people who had a lot more advantage in him. What did he do? Put in the effort, put in the time to get his skill up. Because that's what he wanted to do. That's what made him happy. You see what I'm saying? He was an individual, and that's what made him great. One of the great basketball players. That's what made him great. The fact that he accepted that he was shorter than others. But his time, his effort, his investment in himself is what made him great. If you don't know who Muggsy Bogues is, you might want to look up. You might want to Google him. You have it at your fingertips. The internet that we have, you have a whole vast of information. Whole list of people. Whole list of people who are great. You can look them all up. Nikola Tesla, Albert Einstein, blah, 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 blah. Whole list of people who are great because they accepted themselves. They were good at this thing. And that's what they pursued. That's what they wanted to do because they were individuals. History remembers individuals, ladies and gentlemen. It remembers groups as well. But if you notice, the groups are always the bad things. They're always the negative things for the most part. There's some groups that are good, but for the most part, groups, horrible. Just like if you tell an idea to a group. Oh, well, I don't like it. So the whole group is like, oh, no, you can't tell me nothing. You tell an individual something, they'll actually listen. They'll actually, oh, okay. It'll actually wrap around their mind. It'll actually soak in with an individual because they're not trying to impress somebody else. They're not trying to, oh, well, he doesn't like it, so I don't like it. Even though I may think it's a good idea because this guy doesn't like it or this girl doesn't like it, can't do it. Go away. Talk to some individuals. Don't talk to groups. You may learn, you may see it's a little bit easier than trying to convince a group. Because they're not worried about what someone else thinks. Just try it. Try looking in the mirror. Go down, write down if you have to, all the things that make you you. All your flaws, your imperfections, your this, your that. Go down that list. Realize it's your list. Don't show it to no one else. Keep it in your safe. Or burn it. Do whatever you have to do. Make sure no one sees it though. Because your list is your list. Your imperfections are your imperfections. That is what makes you perfect. Perfectly imperfect, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm going to wrap this video up because I know I'm talking a lot, but just try it. Please. I'm the Hood Socrates. If y'all like what I got to say, if you want to hear more, give me a good like. Give me a good subscribe. And if you got something to say,